Hi everybody, Wendy from Cinnamon Sweet Shop. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a very quick, healthy snack called candied lemon peels. Now you can also use limes or oranges if you want. And what you'll need, lemons. Now anytime you're going to consume the peel, you definitely want to try and get some organic fruit. So this is organic lemons. I'm going to be using honey for this recipe also. You could use maple syrup if you want to keep it vegan. And then I'm going to be using some of my stevia blend sweetener. You can also use a granulated sugar. Now I like to cut off the ends of the lemon. And then we're going to cut them in half lengthwise. And then again we're going to quarter them. Now I'm going to peel away or use a knife and cut away the fruit part of the lemon. And you don't want to get rid of this because you can use the juice out of the fruit later on. Now I still have a little bit in the center and I have a little bit of a melon baller. I'm just going to scrape as much of it as I can out. So as I said, I'm going to save this and I'm going to take as much juice as I can from it and use it later on in another recipe. We want to leave most of the white pith on this peel because that's where all of the nutrients are. There's a lot of antioxidants and vitamins in this. So now I'm going to slice each peel lengthwise, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. It really depends on how you like them. I'm going to throw them into a pot. Now I had to move my peels into a bigger pot. That's how many I have. And we want to cover this with cold water and then bring it to a boil. Let it boil for maybe about 30 seconds to a minute. And then we're going to empty this out and do it again. And we want to do that because the bitterness of the peel, if you've ever had a raw fruit peel before, it's very bitter. It's not so much the pith, it's the oils within the peel itself. So by boiling it, we're going to take some of that bitterness away. And again, we're going to boil this 30 seconds to a minute, empty the water out, and then we're going to do it again. I'm going to put my lemon peels back into that same pot. And this time I'm going to add in about 1/2 cup of honey. And as I said, you could use maple syrup instead. Then we're going to mix this and we're going to heat this up until the honey starts to boil, or if you have a Candied thermometer, you could check at 220 degrees Fahrenheit. Now once your honey gets to a boil, and it should boil pretty quickly because there isn't really that much in here, I like to let it simmer for another couple of minutes, maybe like 3 to 5 minutes. That way the remaining honey, after we take the lemon slices out, you can save because you now have a lemon infused honey, and you can use it in many other recipes. You could use it in hot tea, making any cakes or cookies, you can add it in there. We're going to strain out the remaining honey. It will be very thin from boiling it. And now I'm going to lay out my peels on some parchment paper. And I'm just going to spread them out. Let them cool for a couple of minutes just so that they're cool enough to the touch. And when your peels are warm but cool enough to touch, I'm going to coat them in your sugar or your sweetener blend. And I'm going to lay them down on another piece of parchment. Just going to do a couple at a time. Shake it around. And here's what they look like when they're done. These are so good. You can use you can just eat these plain, or you can use them as a topping on cupcakes or frozen yogurt or sherbet, anything you want. They're really good. They're sweet, they're tart, and they're very lemony. This recipe is on my website, cinnamonsweetshoppe.com. Subscribe to this YouTube channel for much more coming up, and I'll see you all next time.